Good afternoon to all. Okay, so today we are going to start one more topic of accountancy, that is change in profit sharing ratio. Okay, now before going into change in profit sharing ratio, you should know that sometimes a situation might occur in a business when the partners are going to modify their existing partnership deed. Okay, and in that process of modifying their existing partnership deed, they might change their ratio also. Okay, and their partnership deed can be modified when there is reconstitution of farm. What is reconstitution of farm? Now reconstitution of farm means when the partners are changing their रूल्स ऑफ रिलेशनशिप, मतलब जब पार्टनर लोग अपना एग्रीमेंट चेंज करते हैं, मॉडिफाई करते हैं पर्टिकुलर किसी कारण के लिए, फॉर पर्टिकुलर रीजन दे आर चेंजिंग इट. ओके, देयर रूल्स, their relations, they're modifying it, then there can be a situation which you can call it reconstitution of farm. So reconstitution of farm can be because of change in ratio, that is change in profit sharing ratio, because of admission of a partner, that is new partner coming in the business, retirement of partner, existing partner leaving the business, death of a partner, that is any one partner has been is deceased or has died. Okay, or because of amalgamation of farm. Amalgamation means when two farm or two more than two farms join together, like A is the name of a farm, B is the name of a farm, both the farm when they join together, it is called amalgamation. Okay, so today we are going to study about the change in profit sharing ratio. Basically the reconstitution of partnership has got the dwelling in class 12. Okay, we will be studying about admission, retirement, death, dissolution of partnership. Okay, so we are in the reconstitution of partnership section, where we are going to start with change in profit sharing ratio. Now what is change in profit sharing ratio? Change in profit sharing ratio simply means the partners have decided to modify their ratio of profit sharing. When the partners have decided to modify their profit sharing ratio, that means they are going to have new profit sharing ratio. Now in that process, some partner might be a gainer, उसका मुनाफा हो सकता है. Okay, whereas some partner might be losers, उसका नुकसान हो सकता है. Whereas some partner might be in a situation where there is no profit no loss, कोई चेंज नहीं हुआ. ठीक है, जब भी रेशियो चेंज होता है तो क्या होता है कि देखा जाता है कोई पार्टनर का शेयर आगे से ज्यादा बढ़ गया है, पहले उसको जितना शेयर मिलता था उससे ज्यादा शेयर मिल रहा है, तो अगर उसको ज्यादा मिलेगा तो किसी ना किसी को तो कम मिलेगा, राइट? सम अदर पर्सन विल हैव टू सैक्रिफाइस इट, देना पड़ेगा शेयर. ओके, सो देयर विल बी समवन who will be gaining, there will be someone who will be sacrificing. और ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि थर्ड पार्टनर होगा जिसका कुछ नहीं हुआ है, देयर इज नो गेन नो प्रॉफिट or loss. Okay, no gain no loss, right? So we will see all these things in this particular chapter, how the things are done, how the accounts will be done, prepared, everything. Okay, clear? So we will go to the next part, that is meaning of change in profit sharing ratio. That is just now I have discussed, that I have told you, but still we'll just repeat it once again for your clear understanding. Change in profit sharing ratio among the existing partner means adopting new profit sharing ratio. As I told you, they will take a new profit sharing ratio, and because of this new ratio, what will happen? There will be certain changes in their, exactly, there will be certain changes in their uh, receiving of the profit. So what will happen? There will be someone who will be getting more profit, there will be someone who is getting lesser profit now as compared to earlier. So that is called the change in profit sharing ratio. Very simple. Now let's go to the effect of change in profit sharing ratio, how it is calculated and all. Okay, so as I told you that there will be two situations, even there can be third situation also, where there is no profit no loss. The first two situations are that one partner is gaining, the other partner is sacrificing, right? One partner is gaining and the other partner is sacrificing. So uh, sacrificing means what? He is giving a part of his share, what he used to get, he is giving it to the other partner. Okay, he is giving a share of his part, he is giving a share of his particular part to the other partner. Okay, so when we call it sacrifice, that means he is surrendering a part. ठीक है, वो अपना एक प्रॉफिट का एक हिस्सा किसी को दे दे रहा है. ठीक है, लाइक एग्जांपल टेक दैट Rahul, Chiruplang and Swaraj, three of them are doing a business. Now, because of certain reason, it is seen that Rahul is moving here and there, not studying nicely. So he is not concentrating on the business also properly. So Swaraj and Chiruplang, they told that let's change the ratio and let's have something new ratio, because what the ratio we are having now, it is not justified according to our work. So what they will do is that they will modify it, obviously on the consent of all the partners. Okay, all the partner have to agree. Rahul will have to agree to both of them, that is Chiruplang and Swaraj. Okay, so after their consent has been approved, then after they get the approval, they can go for changing the ratio. So while changing it, it might be seen that Rahul will get now lesser amount of profit than what he was getting, and Chiruplang and Swaraj will be getting more amount of profit. So in this case, Rahul is a sacrificer, whereas Chiruplang and Swaraj is a gainer. Or it might be that Swaraj is claiming that no, Chiruplang is already getting enough profit, so let me get now. So Chiruplang might not be gaining anything, no profit, no loss. But Rahul is sacrificing and Swaraj is gaining. That can be also possible. Okay. So now I guess you understand what is the meaning of sacrifice and gain. Clear? So how to calculate sacrificing ratio? Who is sacrificing how much? How will you know? Very simple. If I say Rahul was getting earlier 10 rupees, okay, 10 rupees of share, just for example, now he is getting 8 rupees of share. That means what is his loss? 2 rupees. Very simple. His loss is 2 rupees. So how will you know it? Old ratio, that is all old share minus the new share. In case of Rahul, as I gave the example, the old share was 10, the new share was 8. So 10 minus 8, that is 2 rupees, is was loss. Okay, same way the ratio also, you all know what is ratio, anything A by B is ratio, right? So sacrificing ratio, how will you find out? Old ratio minus new ratio. What was the old ratio? The old ratio was, for Rahul I took it 10, for again the new ratio was 8, so the loss is 2, right? So in this case, when you go for the practical, the ratio will be 1 by 2, 2 by 5, like this, right? So accordingly you will do. So we will go to the practical part and we'll see that. Okay, when we see that in the practical portion, I guess you understood. Sacrificing ratio means old minus new. मतलब पहले कितना मिलता था, अगर उससे कम मिल रहा है तो ही तो sacrifice हुआ ना, इसलिए old वाला minus कर दो new वाला, तो जितना कम मिलता है उतना sacrifice हो गया. Then comes gaining ratio. Gaining ratio basically means what is the amount of gain Swaraj is getting when the ratio is changed between Swaraj, Chiruplang and Rahul. Okay, what is the gain he is making? So how will you know? Earlier example, let's take a similar example. Let's assume that earlier Swaraj was getting say 7 rupees. Now he is getting 9 rupees. That means new one is more, 9 is more, new one is more. So new ratio minus old ratio, that is 7 rupees. So 9 minus 7, 2. Okay, 9 minus 7 will be 2. So that is Rahul is sacrificing 2 rupees and Swaraj is gaining 2 rupees. Understood? This is how the things will go. How much one will sacrifice? It will be always equal to the other's gain. Okay, the total sacrifice will be always equal to the total gain. Okay, the total sacrifice will be always equal to the total gain. So once again, I am repeating the gaining ratio. Gaining ratio means the amount of gain that you are making by the amount of gain that you are making by changing the ratio from previous to now. Earlier you were getting less, now you are getting more, so new one is more, so new ratio minus old ratio equals to gaining ratio. Clear? Okay. Now in the question generally new ratio might be given, old ratio might be given. Okay, if old ratio is not given, it will always be taken equally, because if the ratio is not mentioned, it is taken equally. But if the new ratio is not mentioned, you have to find it according to the question. Don't take it just simply equally. Okay, according to the question you have to find out. Clear? So now we can also find out sacrificing ratio by using this formula, old ratio minus new ratio, that I have already told here. And you can find out the new ratio using this formula, that is new ratio will go this side and sacrificing will come this side. That is, you can also call this particular ratio in this format, new ratio equals to old minus sacrifice. Okay, old ratio minus sacrifice. Okay, that's all. So this is how you can find out the ratio. Clear? Then comes the next one, that is, if results of this calculation is plus than the sacrificing ratio, that's fine. The alternative method is also there, that is we have already discussed, gaining ratio equals to new ratio minus old ratio. Here also you can find out the new ratio. Okay, here also you can find out the new ratio using this formula. You should know this new ratio using the gaining ratio. How to find out? New ratio equals to old ratio plus gaining ratio. Okay, old ratio plus gaining ratio, right? So this is how you can easily find out how to calculate gaining ratio and sacrificing ratio, right? And as well as new ratio. You should remember these formulas. These formulas are very important, right? So we will go to the next part now, that is the practical portion. We'll take one example so that it will be more easy and relevant to you. Okay, so as we take this example, you can just see the question what is there. A and B are partners in a firm sharing profits equally. Okay, their profit sharing ratio is equal, that is 1:1. Clear? Subsequently they change their profit. उन्होंने डिसाइड किया कि प्रॉफिट बदल देंगे हम लोग, पहले 1:1 था, नहीं रखेंगे 1:1, चेंज कर दो. What is the new ratio? 2:1 now. Okay, the new ratio is 2:1. And what is told? Calculate sacrificing and gaining ratio of the partner. ठीक है, बोला कि calculate the gaining ratio and sacrificing ratio, whatever it will be, you have to calculate, right? Now we know that in this case the old ratio. Okay, what is the old ratio? What is the old ratio of A and B? It is 1:1. A is to B equals to, it will be 1:1, because equally, nothing is told, so it will be equally, right? And what is the new ratio? The new ratio is given 2:1, right? So now what will you do? Very simple. What will you do? Simple formulas to find out sacrifice or gain, whatever it is. Okay, how will you know it is sacrifice or gain? You can use any formula. If the answer comes in minus, it is the opposite. That means if you use, suppose sacrificing ratio formula you have taken, right? You have taken the formula for finding out sacrifice, but the answer comes in minus, then it is gain. ठीक है, sacrifice calculate कर रहे हो, अगर आंसर माइनस में आया मतलब न्यू रेशियो ज्यादा है, right? Clear? Are you getting me? Try to understand that if you are finding, if you are using the formula of sacrificing ratio and the answer comes in minus like this, that means new ratio is more, so it will be gain. उल्टा आने से, माइनस में आने से उल्टा हो जाएगा. And if the answer comes in plus, it is sacrifice. So let's take this solution and we'll understand. So what is given here? Old ratio is 1:1. So for A also 1/2, for B also 1/2, and the new ratio is 2:1. So for A it is 2/3, for B it is 1/3. So how to find out sacrificing ratio equals to old ratio minus new ratio. So old ratio is 1:1. 1:1 means 1/2. So 1/2 minus, what is the new ratio? 2/3. So 2/3. So 1/2 minus 2/3. How it will be done? You know how to calculate it. Take the LCM. Okay. I guess you all know how to take the LCM. Okay. You just take the denominators and find out the common factor, and then you can find out in this way. Take the LCM and you know how to do that. Now don't ask me how to find out the LCM and all. Okay. I guess you will know. Still, if you don't know, you can ask me. Okay. So after that, this will what you are going to get. Okay. 3 into 2, it will be 6. So the multiplication is 3 minus 1, it is coming. So ultimately the answer comes in minus. So that is, if the answer comes in minus, that means it will be opposite of sacrifice. The opposite of sacrifice is gain. So it is the gain of A. A is gaining 1/6. And when it comes to B, what is happening with B? B was having 1/2 share, right? That is the old ratio was old share was 1/2. And what is the new share? 1/3. So you just find out the difference. It is coming 1/6. Clear? So B is sacrificing 1/6 and A is gaining 1/6, right? I guess all of you understood. Okay. So we will take one more sum so that the concept goes on clearing itself. Okay, now the same sum has been highlighted with the help of gaining ratio also. As I told you, if you use gaining ratio and if the answer comes in plus, then it is gain. If the answer comes in minus, it will be sacrifice. So let's see, gaining ratio equals to new ratio minus old ratio. Now new ratio we all know, it is 2:1. So for A it is 2/3, right? For A it is 2/3, for B it is 1/3. So 2/3 minus old ratio was 1/2, 1/2, right? So 2/3 minus 1/2 is 1/6. A is gaining since the answer comes in plus. So gaining ratio plus means gain. And again B 1/3, that is old new ratio minus old ratio 1/2. So it is coming minus 1/6. So it is nothing but the sacrifice. Sacrifice of whose? B. So B is sacrificing, that means it's a since the answer comes in minus, that means B is sacrificing. Okay, opposite means sacrificing, right? I guess you all understood that. Okay, now we will take one more sum so that we can understand it better. Okay, what is given here in illustration 1? X and Y are partners in a firm. They shared profits and losses equally. Okay, their profit sharing ratio is equal. Subsequently, they decided to share profits and losses in 1:2 ratio. Okay, they are deciding to share the profits in 1:2 ratio. And what is given here? Ascertain sacrificing and gaining ratio of each partner. Okay, we have to ascertain the whatever the gain or sacrifice, whatever they are making for each of the partner. Okay, so we can see that the profit sharing ratio, old profit sharing ratio is 1:1, and the new ratio is 1:2. So that is 1/3 and 2/3. So just now what we have done, in the same way we can do it. That is, we can take the ratio as, just take it. Yeah, the solution is here. Just a minute. Okay. Yeah. So in the same way what we have taken, that is the old ratio and the new ratio, and use the formula. Any ratio you can use the formula. Okay, if the answer comes in negative, it will be the opposite of the formula. What you it will be the opposite of what you are finding out. So in case of X, we can see that X was having 1/2 share, and his new share is 1/3. 3. We are taking the gaining ratio, that is old ratio minus, we are taking a sacrificing ratio. Okay, there is a old ratio minus new ratio. So old ratio was 1/2 minus the new ratio is 1/3. So ultimately the answer is 1/6 sacrificing. Whereas for y it is 1/2 and the new ratio is 2/3. So ultimately it is coming minus 1/6. So since the answer comes in minus and you are finding out sacrifice, so it will be gain. Okay, it will be gain. Clear? Now we'll go for the next sum. Illustration number 2. So what is given here? A, B and C are partners in a firm with a profit sharing ratio of 5:3:2. So the profit sharing ratio has been given 5:3:2, and after that what is told? Calculate the new profit sharing ratio, sacrificing ratio, gaining ratio of the partners, and under 3 conditions. It's very interesting and lively example. Okay, so try to concentrate here and understand it nicely. Okay, so what is given here कि A, B और C का profit sharing ratio 5:3:2, मतलब total कितना हुआ 10. So A will get 5/10, B will get 3/10 and C will get 2/10. Now calculate the new profit sharing ratio one by one will take. Okay, sacrificing ratio, gaining ratio in the first case. First case we will do. Second and third case no need to see now. We'll see only the first case. What is given here? C acquires 1/5 share from A. What is told here? They have changed the share and now C is acquiring 1/5 share from A. It is directly told how much C is taking from A. Like Swaraj was taking from Rahul na, directly 2 rupees. So it is told here. The 2 rupees is told here directly. Okay. C is acquiring 1/5 share from A. Directly they are telling it. So what will happen? If C is acquiring 1/5 share from A, what will happen? A is sacrificing 1/5 and C is gaining 1/5. Okay, this is given here already, so no need to worry, right? C is gaining 1/5 and A is sacrificing 1/5. So we know the old existing ratio means old ratio. What is the old ratio of A? 5/10. And what is the new old ratio of B? 3/10 or C 2/10. And what is the new ratio? What is the share of A that is acquired by C? A is giving how much? 1/5, right? So if I explain you with the help of board, then we can easily understand it. Okay, you can see that it is coming like this. In case of A, right? A, what you will do is that A was having a share of 5/10, right? Minus what was his new what is his sacrifice? He has directly given us a part. Okay, so no need to get another ratio. You can easily find out what ratio you can use it. New ratio can be also find out. Also, we can find out the new ratio by old ratio minus sacrificing ratio. So old ratio of A is 5/10 and his sacrifice is 1/5. So ultimately what you will get is that if you take the LCM, you will find that ultimately the answer will come as 3/10. Right? This is what you will get in case of A. Now, I guess you understood this. Okay. Now, when it comes to B, what you can see is that B, there is no change. Okay. Oh, just a minute. B is not giving anything, right? So since only C is acquiring from A, right? So B is not giving anything. Clear? So there is no change in case of B. Okay. So there is no change in case of B. Only C. You can see that C is acquiring. So what was C share? C share was 2/10, right? 2/10. And here it will be added because the new ratio in this case is, what is the new ratio here? The formula for the new ratio will be, yeah, the new ratio is for I'll mention it here. Okay, C's new share will be New share is equals to, what will be a new share? Old plus gain. Okay, whatever the gain C is making. Okay, old plus gain. So what is the old? 2 plus 2 by 10, and what is the gain? 1 by 5, 1/5, right? So ultimately it is coming, what will be the gain? 2 by, say 3 by, it is if you multiply it, yeah, it is 4 by 10. Okay, the new share of C is 4 by 10. Okay, how to do it? If you are having difficulty in finding LCM and all, then you can do like this, very simple. You equalize both the denominators. How will you equalize? 2 by 10 is there, right? So how can you equalize? How 5 will be equal to 10? 5 will be equal to 10 only when you multiply it by 2. So since you are multiplying it by 2, so numerator also you multiply it by 2. So numerator multiplied by 2 will be 2 into 1 2, and 5 into 2 will be 10, right? So in this way you can easily find it out. So now what will be the thing? It will be coming like this: 2 plus 2 divided by 10. So ultimately 2 plus 2 divided by 10. So ultimately it is coming to 4 by 10, right? I guess all of you understood this. So those who are having doubt here, still you can call and ask me and clarify. Okay, so C's new share will be 4 by 10. So this is how you can find out the new ratio also using the sacrificing and gaining ratio. Once again I'm repeating it. Case number 1. Okay, so what is given here? C acquires 1/5 share from A, right? And that means what? C is gaining and A is sacrificing. So how will you use the formula this time? You can find out the new ratio. It is told to find out the new ratio, sacrificing and gaining ratio. And sacrificing and gaining ratio you have got here already, because it is already told that C is going to gain 1/5 and A will sacrifice 1/5. So now what is the new ratio? The new ratio will be very simple. The new ratio will be, how to find out? Yeah, that is old ratio minus sacrificing ratio in case of A. Okay, old ratio minus sacrificing ratio. What is the old ratio? The old ratio of A is 5 by 10, whereas the sacrifice is 1 by 5. So his new share will be 3 by 10. And in case of C, what is the in case of C, what will be the change? In case of C, it is old plus gain, because C is gaining. A was sacrificing, so it was minus. C is gaining, so it is plus. Old ratio plus the gain, that is 2 by 10 plus 1 by 5. So ultimately C's new ratio is 4 by 10. Okay, I guess you understood this. Okay, now we will go to the second case. That is when C acquires, try to remember the question. Okay, so when C is acquiring 110 share equally from A and B. Okay, when C is acquiring 110 share equally from A and B. Okay, remember that. So when C is acquiring equal share means what? See, try to understand. C is acquiring equal share means C is taking equal share from A and equal share from B. That is 1:1. But what is the total of 1:1? 1 by 10. मतलब C एक्वायर कर रहा है टोटल 1/10, और ये 1/10 का जो हिस्सा है उसने उसका 1/10 का आधा उसने B से A से लिया है और आधा उसने B से लिया है. Okay, C is taking half of 1/10 from A and half of 1/10 from B. Okay, try to understand again. C is acquiring 1/10 share equally from A and B. That means equally means half, right? So C is acquiring total 1/10. But this 1/10, half C is taking from A, half C is taking from B. Understood? So we will see what is the half portion that A is going to give, what is the half portion B is going to give. Okay, so you can see again that the formula remains the same. Existing ratio is given 5/10, 3/10, 2/10, and now you find out, now you just see but C is gaining. Okay, in this case you can just refer to this working note which I'm going to give it here. It will be easy for you to understand. Okay, so C was acquiring, right? C acquires from A. How much C is acquiring from A? You have to find out. It will be easy this way. If you do, it will be more easy for you. C is acquiring from A. How much? Half of, that is 1 by 2. 1 by 2, half of 1 by 10. Total C was acquiring 1 by 10, right? So out of that C is taking half from A, right? So half from A means half of 1 by 10. Don't say it will be 1 by 5. Okay, half of 1 by 10 will be 1 by 20. If you multiply it, you will get it. Multiplication 1 by 2 into 1 by 10. So it is 1 by 20. Okay, and again C acquires from B. Same thing, right? Half means it will be 1 by 20. Directly I'm writing it 1 by 20. Okay, just now we have found it out. We know that, right? So C is acquiring 1 by 20 from A, again 1 by 20 from B. Clear? So this signifies that total of 1 by 20 plus 1 by 20, that is total of 1 by 10 C is acquiring from A and B equally, right? Now let's find out what will be the ratio then. Okay, for A we will find out A's new ratio. Okay, we are going to go find out now the new ratio. We will use the same technique. New ratio equals to, for A it will be different. Okay, for A it will be, for A is sacrificing, right? So A was having old share of how much? 5 by 10 minus, now how much A sacrificed? 2 by 20, 1 by 20, sorry, it is 1 by 20. Okay, so 1 by 20 means what will be the outcome? How will you do it? If you find out the LCM, same way just now I told you, just make the denominator same. So how will you do it? If you make the denominator same, it will be 10 by 20 minus 10 by 20 minus 1 by 20. So ultimately A will have how much share? Yeah, exactly 9 by 20. Isn't it? A will have share of 9 by 20. Clear? And when it comes to B, what will be the share of B? B will also do the same pattern, right? Same pattern means D will also follow the same formula, but you'll have to show all the calculation. You cannot just say that it will be same, so you can skip. You cannot do that. Okay. So what was B share? 3 by 10. Okay. And what is B sacrificing? 1 by 20. So ultimately it is coming how much? 3 by 10 minus 1 by 20. Again we will take in the same process. We will make it, the denominators we are making it same. So it will become 6 by 20. Multiply, because 10 and 20, when it will be same, when we multiply 10 by 10, when we multiply 10 with 2, so numerator also will multiply with 2. So 3 2 is 6, right? So in the same way, 6 by 20 minus 1 by 20, the answer will be ultimately 5 by 20. Clear? The answer will be ultimately 5 by 20. Now the term comes for C. What was C share? C share, in case of C, the new ratio will be added. Why the new ratio will be we can get the new ratio by adding it. How? Because C is gaining, right? So for C, what will be the change? How it will be done? C was having old ratio of 2 by 10, right? 2/10 was the old ratio. So now C is gaining. How much C is gaining? You can add directly 1/10, isn't it? C is gaining total 1/10 because 1/10 C is going to take from A and B. So ultimately C is gaining 1/10. 1/10 means 2/10, 1/20 plus 1/20, it will be 1/10. Clear? So ultimately it is coming 3/10. Okay. Now one thing is that, or you can do like this, that will be more easy for you if you follow the same pattern. No need to go and change it, so it will be difficult for you to understand. You just follow the same pattern. How much C is gaining from A? 1/20 plus how much C is going to gain from B? 1/20, right? This will be more easy for you to understand. So how the things is going to go? 2/10, so you have to change it and bring it the denominator same. Denominator same means it will become 4/20, right? Plus 1/20 plus 1/20. Ultimately it is coming 6/20, right? It is coming 6 divided by 20. So the new ratio is the new ratio of A, B and C will be, since the denominators are same, so you can take the numerator as the ratio, that is 9:5:6. Clear? This is how you are going to do it. Okay, I guess the concept is clear, all of you. Okay, this is how you are going to do it in the case number. This was nothing but the case number. This was your case number 2. Okay, case 2. Now we will go with case number 3. Okay, we will see the case number 3. So if you, before seeing case number 3, okay, I want to assure, I want to ask you all that you should be assured that you have understood case number 2 properly. If you have not understood, you clarify it before going to case number 3. Now case number 3, what is told that share of all the partners in the future or profit or loss will be equal. Okay, in future the profit sharing ratio of all the partners will be equal. That means the profit sharing ratio of future will be same. All will have the same ratio, that is 1:1:1. The new ratio will become 1:1:1. What is the old ratio? 5:3:2. In future it will be equal. Equal means 1:1:1, right? Clear? So that means the ratio will become like this. Try to understand. The ratio will turn up to A is to B is to C equals to 1:1:1. Clear? Now what you can do is that you can easily find it out by taking the old formula. It is much more easier than the old one. What you will do is that the ratio is given here, so this is nothing but your new ratio, right? So just write it down, new ratio and old ratio. It will be easy for you to understand. We are doing case number 3, sorry, case 3. This is a new share. What is the old one? The new share is, sorry, it's taking more time. Okay, just a minute. The old share was 5:3:2, right? and the new share is 1:1:1. Very simple. So now what you will do is that take it one at a time. That means the partners have decided that their new share will be 1:1:1. Okay, so you have got the old ratio, you have got the new ratio. Let's find out the change one by one. You can take any formula. I will take the sacrificing ratio. So let's see what is the outcome we are getting. Now we all know sacrificing ratio, that is SR, sacrificing ratio. I'm using the short form. Sacrificing ratio SR equals to, we know that old minus old ratio minus the new ratio, isn't it? So we will go one by one. For A first. A, in case of A, what you can see is that old ratio was 5/10 minus the new ratio is 1/3. Okay, so what you can see, 5/10 and 1/3. Let's make the denominator same. How will you make it? By making it equally, by multiplying it with one another. Okay, 5 it will be multiplied by 3 and 1 will be multiplied by 10, right? So how it will be? 15 divided by 30 minus 10 divided by 30. I guess you understood. Okay, so what we are doing is that we are making the denominator same. So how to make the denominator same? You have to find the LCM and see how to make it. So simply multiply it. You can see that both the numbers are not divisible, so you can multiply it. So 10 will be multiplying 1 and 3, and 3 will be multiplying 5 and 10. So after that, what are you getting here is that 15 divided by 30 minus 10 divided by 30. So it is ultimately coming 20 divided by 30. Okay, or you can call it 2:2/3, isn't it? This is nothing but, better not to decrease, better to keep it in this way, so it will be easy for you to understand and calculate. So this, since it comes in plus, so it is nothing but the sacrifice. I guess you understood that. How much it is coming? Just a minute, there's some technical error. Okay, so it is coming 20 divided by 30. So it is, or you can say 2/3, that is fine. Okay, sacrifice. Okay, so for A it is sacrifice. Clear? This is nothing but a overwriting, so don't misunderstand. It's equal to. Okay, now comes the next one, that is B. So how to do with B? Same formula you can use. Okay, same cheese karna hai ekdam, don't worry. B, for B what will be there? B, for B also same formula, that is what is the old ratio? 3/10 minus what is the gain? What is the new ratio? 1/3. So ultimately it is coming how much? 3/10 means, you just convert it same way again. Yeah, it will be 10 multiplying 1/3 and 3 multiplying 3/10. So it will be 9, 3 3 is 9 and 3 10 is 30 minus 10 multiplied by 10 divided by, yeah, 10 divided by 30, right? So the answer is in minus, isn't it? You can see that the answer will come in minus 10/30. So since the answer is coming in minus, so it is called gain. Okay, that means B is gaining. Understood? B is gaining. And when it comes to C, what is, let's see what is the condition with C. C also same. The old ratio was 2/10, right? Minus the new ratio is, what is the new ratio? 1/3. So we will go the same formula, that is we will multiply 10 will multiply 1/3 and 3 will multiply 2/10. So it is coming 3 to just 6 divided by 3 10 is 30 minus 10 1 is 10 divided by 10 3 is 30. So ultimately again here also we can see that there is a gain, isn't it? Clear? So what is the gain here? Yeah, it is 4/30, right? And since the answer is coming in minus, so it will be again. I hope you have understood this. Okay. In case of A, there is a certain mistake that is done. Okay. So in case of A, we will just erase this and we'll correct it. What is there in case of A? It is 15 by 30 divided by 15/30, right? 15/30 minus 10/30. So the answer will be 5/30. Okay, sorry, there's a mistake there being committed. So that is rectified now. Sacrifice. Okay. I guess you all understood this. The concept is clear. Okay. If it is clear, then we will move with the next one. In the next class, we will be seeing accounting for items which are affected by change in profit sharing ratio. Clear? Okay. I guess all of you understood this. Okay. That's all for today. And watch this video nicely and remember it. Okay. You practice from your book. Next day we will go with some more different sums and we'll try to understand difficult sums. Okay, that's all for today's class.